Hey guys, Jay here. So in this video today, I want to talk a little bit about a build idea for the next patch 3.27. So I'm going to leak start probably with this skill that you are seeing on the screen here, but this video is not going to be about a leak start build. It's going to be about what I am going to do next after the leak start build. I think going Wander, Assassin is probably kind of something that a lot of people is going to do because there's new skill with Wand. It looks very solid. The Assassin got rework. It's not insanely crazy, but it looks good enough. So probably there will be a bunch of people who tried it. Obviously, there's still the meta COC crowd that will just go Deadeye something. We never know, right? But for me, I would go for Wander Assassin, and then next thing I am going to do is going to be a Wander Assassin, but cast on crit. And not any kind of cast on crit. I'm going to use this skill that you are seeing on the screen here. So this is Kinetic Fusilade. And if you don't know how this skill functions, from the look of this and from the detail that we get from the patch note here, then I can tell you already that it works exactly like his Scattering Calamity in POE 2, which is a skill that I already built around, and it feels really good for me, at least in POE 2. So in POE 1, we cannot cast and move at the same time, so maybe there will be a friction problem there, but I don't think it is going to be that bad, because it seems like the cast time is pretty, or the attack time is pretty low when they showcased it in the video on the content review here. But this skill, right, this skill, the thing about this skill is, in order to make this kind of like work well, you will need to skill reduce and less duration, and quite a lot of it. So you want to reduce the duration to as close to 0 as possible, and then things will just happen immediately. So the first thing that I thought about is I want to do some kind of cast on crit with this, because the clear is kind of okay, but if you juice the map up, or you want to like speed clear, there's a big problem with it. So I want to find a spell that actually have also reduced duration, and then it just like synergy really well with this. So I look back at Pausteron video on Stormcore. Stormcore is obviously a duration spell, and it benefit a lot from reducing the duration, reducing the delay, and you deals the damage immediately. But the thing that I want to do with the cast on crit here is going to be this, right? Here. It is this skill over here. This is freaking Lightning Warp. And, well, I think Lightning Warp with reduced duration makes sense. Obviously, you reduce the delay of the Lightning Warp, and it happened immediately. You blink around. But because you do the Lightning Warp on cast on crit with this Kinetic Fusilade skill, it automatically target enemies, and you would just warp to the enemy, and yeah, everything just explode, and you just keep going. So basically, it is a kind of like a flicker strike build with an extra step. So that is the whole idea, right? For the I don't have a solid plan, by the way, because I did not even start it, but probably we would just scale crit. Very simple. I would just go live. Maybe I would just go low life for some more spell damage as well. But the main thing is we just want to get the reduced duration on the skill tree here. Maybe less duration here as well. We will use less duration support in the game. And also, let me just remove that. And also we will be using the, maybe at the start, maybe later we can find another way to get more reduced and less duration, and just fine tuning with the numbers a little bit. But you know, we can get up to 20% reduced skill duration with this warp timepiece. We also can have another one, I think, with the time clasp. Yeah. I think this ring is also something that we can use. Yes. Up to minus 20% increased skill effect duration, which is 20% reduced duration, right? That is my son on the side, so random yapping noises is my son, right? And we can do 2 of these for the start. We can even do 3 of these if we go crazy and get the 3rd ring slot. I don't think the 3rd ring is going to be good in this case. The 3rd ring is probably good for like charge stacking build in the end game, maybe some stat stacking build in the end game, and you can forego some kind of other slot, and then you can get another charge. That'll be insane. But for normal builds, mostly I don't think the third ring is going to be justified when you have to remove any other item, an amulet, a belt, or all the utility flask. That is very bad. Anyway, for this build, I probably try to find 2 of the time class ring. It has attack speed, which is nice. Recoup, what's this? Whatever. Unaffected by temp chain is nice. And we just look for minus 20% skill duration, and then another 20% skill duration minus here. So from the 2 rings and 1 amulet, it is already 60%. From the skill tree, we do have here, this is 25%, so that is 85% reduced duration already. So if you do a less duration with 10% quality, that is 95% reduced duration. And then the less duration on top of it, so roughly it should be like 97, 98% reduced duration, roughly. If you want to go 100%, you can go for hasty demise here. It is another minus 10% skill effect duration reduced, so it goes actually over 100%. I don't know what happened if we go over 100%, but we'll see. Anyway, that is the way that I will go and reduce the skill effect duration, and I will just do Kinetic Fusilade, cast on crit, Stormcall, and it would just move around like crazy, pretty much. So that is my idea for not really a league start idea. I think league start, just go wander probably is just better. But after a while and we get a little bit of currency and we can just actually upgrade the gear to be good enough to do some kind of COC setup. And old man COC, the COC that lasts the shortest. COC with no duration. There's a lot of funny things that we can do with it, right? Anyway, thanks for watching. That's everything I want to share in this video, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.